There are moments I will eternally cherish and be grateful for. One of them is the gift of my father. I had the rare opportunity to meet my grandma who taught me just so many things, about life. And she was ever ready to teach me more every single day. But I wasn't much interested at that time. I guess it was my naive, childish, young, confused self. But I'm very grateful for the little my ignorant self grabbed, then before she went to be with the Lord at age 99. This is to confirm that God has this covenant of, long life with my family, according to his word in Psalm 91 verse 16. My dad clocked 70 years last December, and I'm so grateful to see my dad at 70. And while we were on one of our long calls just last week, he shared with me how he met my mom and what led him to sharing that treasurable experience with me. So while the call lasted for almost an hour, every single second I spent with him was priceless. I just wish I can see my dad now, and hug him. I really miss him. So in my story today, I will share with us his deep lessons, his deep, life experience, and the lessons to be learned. The story is actually about one of his uncles. After I got married last year, my dad took some of my dowry payment and the marital gift, all those stuff for Umonna. And he took them and drove long hours to go and give to this man because he could not come over to the house. And this man was so shocked to see my dad. And this man was someone who treated every single person he knew while he was young. He treated them like trash, including my dad. This explained the shock, on the man's face. This uncle of his had so much money while he was young that, he wanted to remain at the spotlight, but he quickly forgot that after those young, vibrant age, you're going to get old and lose your strength. Your strength will fail you, and if you treat people the way you want, you are going to be left alone. Well, his children left him, and the young people around him who are supposed to take care of him also left him due to the way he treated them while they were young. And he was so shocked to have seen that my dad still remembered him after all he did to him, not just him and other people around him. So before my dad left this man's house to drive back home, he told my dad something. He begged him and was like, he should please try to see that he come over once in a while to come and see him. Why? Because he literally have no one around him. My dad promised him, and he kept to that, because all my days that I've known my father, I have seen my dad do more good than I've ever seen or heard him do bad. My dad is truly a good man. So in conclusion, my dad's message to you and I is treat people with kindness and respect. Also know that what you have was given to you by God. Even if you think you worked so hard to gain it, it was given to you by God. Cherish the people that love you, even if they don't have a penny to their names yet. For that successful person, you've already seen the end of this person. But for that young person whom you try to neglect, that house help, that neighbor of yours, that partner of yours, or that sibling, or that follower of yours on the internet that you choose to neglect because you don't know their future, cherish them the more, because you do not know who they will turn out to become. They may be the people who will end up who at the end of it all will come to hold your hand during your old days when you don't have the strength to do what you used to do while you were young. Don't trivialize any opportunity given to you to meet people, to make connections, and do not disrespect people. Don't make them feel valueless by your words, your actions, the way you portray yourself, the way you react to them, or the way you behave towards them. People will not remember you by how much you had while you were alive or while you had everything. They will only remember you by the depth of the impact your life, your words had on them. You might insult someone, make them feel useless about themselves, and to you just move on with life. The person you made feel -1, -0 about themselves will never forget. And lastly, a time will certainly come in our lives if we live so long. If God blesses us with long life, as He promised in Psalm 91 verse 16, that with long life He has satisfied us and shown us His salvation. If God keeps us to live so long, we will certainly come to that day where we will feel so lonely, and the only people who will be there to hold our hands, to help us, to protect us, to provide for us, will be the people our lives influenced and impacted on while we were young. So I hope this helps someone watching out there not to treat people with disrespect, no matter who you think you are, no matter the office you think you work in, no matter the height of life you think you have reached, no matter how many children you think you have. A day will come, if you mistreat them, if you treat them badly, if you treat them with disrespect, if you are selfish, they will run away and leave you, and you'll be left alone. I hope this helps someone out there. I'm still Nnalue, Ifeoma, the daughter of my father, Nnalue, and I'm going to see us in my next video. Bye-bye.